Good day, Talk family. I am your host, 𝐤𝐥𝐸𝐬. Firstly, I'd like to thank you for joining me once again on another inspiring episode of Talk the Talk. Now, let me introduce you to our guest for today's episode, an exceptional sales executive who defies stereotypes and sets new standards of success. And let me tell you, I have spent a few minutes with her and I got the vibe, the energy from her just by spending those few minutes with her unwavering determination, strategic thinking, and unparalleled sales acumen. She has risen to the top of her game, inspiring others with her remarkable achievements in sales. So get ready to be inspired as we delve into her empowering journey, learn her secrets to sales success, and witness her absolutely amazing dedication to shattering glass ceilings. And that's what we are doing here in the motoring trade. So here we celebrate the unstoppable spirit of women who prove that gender is no obstacle to achieving greatness in the world of business. I'm going to also mention that she is a semi-finalist for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards 2023. It's our 5th year anniversary. So without further ado, let's welcome Jerminah Phakula, and she is the sales executive at NMI Toyota Centurion. And as usual, this interview is proudly brought to you by 𝐬𝐸 Solutions, MFC, and 𝐬𝐿 by Nedbank. Hello, Jerminah.
Hello.
My God, you are such a rays of sunshine. You really are. You have so much of energy and you're so beautiful to look at as well. So you have, and apparently you're a very good sales executive, and I guess that's why you're sitting here. Someone nominated you. So you are the full package.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jerminah, congratulations once again on reaching the semi-finals. It's a huge achievement in itself. And yeah, well, I hope to see you at the top 50.
I hope to get there too.
Okay, so the real reason for this platform is to inspire other young females. So thank you for being here, and I think let's tell our viewers more about your journey in the motoring industry. Where did this all begin?
Well, it began in Reynolds Hatfield actually, in 2013.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So
it's 10 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while.
So you started when you were 10?
Feel like it, yeah.
Did you start when you were 10? Because you're 20 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I started in 2013. That was in Reynolds Hatfield. So Mark, which we used to be my manager there, gave me the chance. I knew basically nothing about cars.
Okay.
And Mark taught me everything.
Mark
about,
who?
Mark Bosch.
Thank you, Mark Bosch. It's men like you that we want in our network, men that are champions for our growth and are catalysts for the transformation which we wish to see. Thank you. You have created a really wonderful person. I was going to say something else, but no, I'm just kidding. No, you're really a powerhouse. You've created and you've helped contribute to a powerhouse. Thank you. Because she's going to be a dealer principal soon, just like you, Mark. Putting it out there, okay? Let's continue.
So yes, I learned to sell cars there. I worked there for about 2 years, and from there I was called to go and work at Renault Mending. I stayed long in Renault Mending. I loved it there.
That's where Nizam Umar is the franchise director, right?
Yes.
Amazing man as well.
He is.
He is.
Definitely.
He's a very, very big supporter. Okay.
So I worked there for all these years up until last year, December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now I've moved to NMI Toyota Centurion.
Okay, and you loved the Renault brand, obviously, because you sold the brand and you did well. But you did mention to me that Toyota is a brand that you aspired to be at. Why? Give us the reason.
Well, I loved Renault. I'm still passionate about the brand because I knew the brand in and out. But I wanted to also be in the #1 selling brand, which is Toyota.
Okay, so she just echoed what she told me off air. But yeah, tell me what you love about Toyota.
Firstly, is the part that it is the #1 selling brand, and so I wanted to be part of that. First team. I now call them the first team. So I wanted to be part of that team. I wanted to feel how it's like to sell a brand that everybody else says they trust in, it sells itself and all that. So I wanted to see, okay, I want to be in this brand as well. Why is it that everybody is in it? So I also want to be.
And it's so important to know what you want.
Yes.
And you know, just work towards that. And I must just echo what you're saying about the brand. I represent 29 brands in the country. I write for 29 brands. I test for 29 brands. But Toyota is a huge contributing factor to my career as a motoring journalist because my father-in-law spent 40 years in quality control at Toyota. So, you know what, I definitely can attest to that, and I can validate that. It's a great brand to be with. How do you feel about our platforms where we empower and, you know, motivate and encourage women in the motoring trade?
It's very inspiring, especially for us as women, because in the motor industry you don't really find a lot of women.
Yeah.
When I started there were not such a lot of women working in the motor industry, and there wasn't like a lot in the selling part of things. There wasn't a lot in the sales. There wasn't a lot in the workshops as well. There was a few in the admin, but there wasn't a lot of them selling cars. So this platform, I'm definitely sure it's inspiring women. It has inspired me. Every now and then I check the page and I see a lot of women. It has really inspired me even more. So
thank you.
So we need this. We as women, we really need this.
And we as a platform, as a team, we need what you are saying to us as well, because it motivates us to continue the work that we are doing. What's something interesting though that you've learned whilst working in the motoring trade?
Actually, being there built my resilience. Because yes, as a human being, you need strength here and there and you need to learn that in failing, there is also an achievement there. So that actually taught me a lot, because being in motor industry, you get to learn different things. You get to see the different people every day. You get to meet different people every day.
Yes.
There's disappointments, there's achievements there. So in that, I got to build my resilience.
Right.
That you don't just wake up today and give up.
Right.
You know, you push every day. So I learned my resilience, and I have built strength there.
Absolutely. How do you find the strength and the courage, you know, to face those days where you're just not in the mood to smile? Even I have that. Oh my God! I'm like, do I have to smile today? Oh yes, you have to. You've got to take 100 photos, Dish. You need to smile.
You don't have a choice.
I know what makes me smile, and sometimes it's difficult to get to that point of, you know, just being happy from within, and people can read your smile, whether you just, you know, putting it on or you're gonna bring it from inside. What do you do?
So I'm a very spiritual individual. I've learned to grow in being spiritual.
Wow.
So every day I wake up in the morning and I speak to myself.
Of affirmations.
Yes.
Right.
I believe that whatever that you say with your tongue is what's going to happen. So every morning I speak to myself. I say all the positive things to myself. Even if I feel so down, I drag myself, go to the bathroom, look at myself in the mirror, and I speak all the positivity to myself.
Right.
And I speak all the good things that must happen in that day, that I would like to see it happen in that day.
Yes.
And every day I try and speak different positive things to myself.
Right.
And that on its own, I feel on my way driving to work, I already have it. It can be I feel so down, or it can be I arrive at work and something negative happens. I remember that I spoke this to myself this morning.
Yes.
I'm sticking to it.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what this has happened. We face this, and then we deal with. Then we go back to the positivity that we spoke about this morning. So I always tell myself that be positive, and every day I speak to myself, and I speak positivity only to myself.
That's amazing. So, what's something that you're really proud of, and why?
You know, when I
Personally or professionally?
I can give you both.
Okay.
When I started in the motor industry, I had a lot of fear.
Okay.
Like, I was like, I'm gonna sell cars. Okay, I'm going to it. I'm a salesperson. I'm going into it. I'm gonna sell cars. And the fact that when I got there, I had support from my fellow colleagues, from my management that I worked with, that on its own allowed me to feel welcomed in the motor industry. That on its own said you could make a career out of this.
Right.
You can make yourself somebody that will be well known in this. And what I like the most is I got to also build up myself in working with customers, or working with people. I got to learn people in different ways. So I feel so proud that I am able to listen to an individual, because in sales you don't only talk to customers talking about cars, they're gonna buy a car and all that. There's a lot that people
You become a counselor.
Yes. So
they're making the second biggest purchase of their life.
So I had so much fear. I conquered that, and I'm very proud of myself on that.
I'm proud of you too.
I'm very proud of that.
Very proud.
And another one is I'm able to give the next person an ear, you know, to listen to, even if I'm not able to help them with anything at that time, because I'm actually selling them a car, but I'm able to give them an ear. So I make a difference in someone's life. Somebody listened to me, you know. So I listen to them because somebody listened to me, and that on its own, I call it an achievement, because you can buy all sorts of things, you know. You can find yourself buying this, lose it, get another one. But those I don't call achievements, because I can't keep in my heart. But the fact that I can make someone's life change within just listening, for me, that's an achievement.
That's amazing. Do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
You don't look like you have kids. How many kids do you have?
I've got one. I've got a 19-year-old.
Okay. Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Okay. We'll have a conversation after this. What can women do to portray an impression of confidence when, asked a question by a client that they have no idea on how to answer? Especially our young sales executives just getting in. You don't know everything about a vehicle, about a car. How can they react in that situation without feeling discouraged?
Look, you're dealing with human beings. So that fear part of not being scared to share that you don't know this item, or you want to confirm, it should go away in the individual, because no one knows everything.
Absolutely.
When I just started now in Toyota, obviously I don't know
the product, right?
The whole product. So with almost each and every customer, my first month, I would tell them that I'm new, confidently so. Because I want the customer to then open up to me and allow me to learn with them,
Right.
So we should feel comfortable to say that to the customers that we're dealing with, because we're dealing with human beings. They have ears, they have eyes, they're listening to you. And if you give them wrong information, you're misleading the customers. So it's best to always say to the customer, if you've started somewhere and you don't have all information, you can immediately say to the customer, I am new. I just started here in January, or whenever you first started here in January. Very excited to have joined the team. I do have some information, but if there's more things that you need and I don't have answers of, I have my colleagues that have been here longer. I'll quickly go and get that info and confirm it for you. That customer then immediately feels comfortable, opens up, and in that process, you saw my learning as well.
Absolutely. And Jerminah, it's so important for us to understand that we learn every day. And that we should allow, people to teach us, because even in their mistakes, we can learn from that, because you don't live long enough to make your own mistakes. And I think people need to understand that. Jerminah, any words of advice for young women that want to join our trade?
Please join us. You know, there is now, like, where I was in motors, there was, I'll call them students.
Yes, they call the yes
they call
candidates.
them the yes candidates.
Yes, yes.
They should join us. And in joining, being in the motor industry, be open to learn. You know, be humble.
Yeah.
Allow everybody that's there to teach you everything they know, because then it will help them choose if they want to be in sales, if they want to be in the workshop,
Yeah.
if they want to be in the service department. There is a lot that they can do in the motor industry. There is a lot.
Yeah.
So they should just open up and join us.
And we have women like Jerminah that's willing to teach.
Of course.
Absolutely. Jerminah,
Anytime.
thank you. I love your smile. I love your hair. I love your body. I love your everything. I love your wisdom. I love your courage. You are phenomenal. Thank you so much for giving yourself to us so that we can pay it forward in terms of empowering and educating young women that want to join us in our trade. Thank you.
Thank you. And please don't stop with the empowerment.
I won't.
It's very, very inspiring.
I'll try not to.
Please do not stop.
Thank
The
you.
young women out there need it. Even us who are currently in the motor industry, we need this platform.
Thank you so much, Jerminah.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so ladies, there you have it. I just want to leave you with these quotes that actually remind me of Jerminah. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. And that's from Winston Churchill. Another one is the secret of getting ahead is actually getting started. That's from Mark Twain. And become the person who would attract the results you seek. And I think that's exactly what she did. She wanted Toyota and now she's at Toyota. Ladies, we also touched a bit on education. Education is so important, and you know, having the knowledge to be able to do your work. So ladies, experience the profound beauty of learning. It transcends the pursuit of rewards and becomes a journey of personal growth and blossoming. Just like a flower, each new piece of knowledge, skill or insight, it adds vibrant colors and unique dimensions to your being. So embrace the joy of discovery, relish in the process of continuous growth, and witness how you flourish into the best version of yourself. Remember, learning is not just about acquiring knowledge, but it's an extraordinary pathway to unlock your boundless potential and to embrace a life of infinite possibilities. A quote from my guru: learning is not about earning, but a way of flowering. And that's from Sadhguru. With that being said, I would like to remind you that the question should never be, who's going to let me? It should always be, who's going to stop me?